I'd love to
Yes.
know more about your personal experience with spinal flow.
So I discovered Spinal Flow about 18 months ago. I'd been on a little bit of a rough healing journey myself. I tried many different modalities to help me. So I tried osteopathy, craniosacral, lots of massage, and I was seeing multiple practitioners on a weekly basis, but I just wasn't getting the relief that I needed. I'd suffered complete total burnout in 2016, and I'd never fully recovered from that. I had lots of different physical symptoms. So I had fibromyalgia. My hormones were all over the place. I was producing lots of cortisol at all the wrong times. I would wake multiple times during the night, 3 to 4 times. I then had a fall, probably about 2 years ago, and I fell on my coccyx. And I also had a wakeboarding accident, and I hit the back of my cranial in the head, in the water. And after those 2 events, my nervous system was really ramped up. I just could not settle. I was having panic attacks, very nervous as well. There was nothing that was really external creating that nervousness, but it was all internal. So I'd had heart palpitations, shortness of breath. I'd get like a postural orthostatic tachycardia type symptoms where I'd stand up, my heart rate would increase, and then my blood pressure would drop away. So I was sent to a cardiologist, and they wanted to put me on medications, and I'm a nurse, so I was kind of like, no, I don't really want to do that. I'm quite young. I want to get to the root of my problem. And I was pretty much on the verge of a mental breakdown because I just was in so much pain, immense brain fog as well, vertigo. And then I discovered Spinal Flow. And I had one session with one of your lovely practitioners in Karoi, at a Kiki Spinal Flow, and had one session, and pretty much all my symptoms went away.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to become a practitioner. This is life-changing.
Wow.
So yeah, and I had that beautiful flow just come up, and my head lifted up off the table, and it cracked. It was like going to a crack in Cairo. And then it all just went, and it was just like this overwhelming joy went through my entire body of just like, there goes all this pain and suffering that I'd been in for years. So that's why I'm here now. Incredible. Yeah.
Oh, you've got given me goosebumps everywhere.
I know.
How
I get myself
incredible, but how scary when, there's one thing after the other, and it just shows, doesn't it, that the amount of stress in our world, and that can create disease and illness, and we can get put on this medication, and we, the body, trauma, the coccyx, the vaping, all of that on top. The body's just overwhelmed with blockages, and when it's able to help them decrease and get flow, everything changes in your world.
And I mean, it wasn't just a physical change. There is so many more changes that come with this. Empowerment is one of them. I would always just be, okay, yes, yeah, and doing things that I never wanted to do, saying yes when I wanted to say no to people as well. And that is what has come from Spinal Flow as well. So, we talk a lot about the physical changes, but there's so many other changes that come as well. And that's why I do what I do today and work a part of your team. It's just amazing.
And that's what I had as well, because when I worked as a former chiropractor, it was great. I was helping a lot of people with physical changes, and it was all amazing. But I really looked at going, but I want to help change people's lives. And that involves the mind, it involves the heart, but it involves actually empowering them to live a life full of purpose and passion, doing what they love, but also making choices and listening and trusting this body. So that's what I love too. It's like one part for sure, we want to help people with symptoms, but it's bigger and deeper than that. It's like, how can we actually help people feel like feel empowered?
I I know. And I mean, like, just in my outer layers as well, everyone that comes in, you're always glowing all the time. And we laugh. And I'm like, it's the spinal flow glow. And yeah, everything's just flowing and free. I just love it. Love every moment of this.
And that's what you're saying is, that's the wisdom inside our body to flow and to be free. And our
Yeah.
spine is supposed to have that movement and flow inside. Like, that's called health and healing. And this thing blocked and stuck in disease and illness is because things aren't flowing. That's not normal. Even though people are like, oh, I have a little headache, or I have a bit of depression, I have a bit. It's like, we're not supposed to be like that. Like,
no.
if we flow, then we're going to have, like you said, we'll have glow.
Yeah. It's fab. I love it.